creation. A world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound, and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The exalted, those chosen, and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have and can pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they aren't too busy fighting each other. Now, Chills as Aura.
Hi, I'm Chili Green. I'm holding a red cup. You've seen movies.
Korak as Lythander, the seething moon.
I am too EP today, so my voice is going to stick as Lythander's, for if I remove this voice, you'll just have a schlup.
Alatos is Gavel, the hammer of the Yozi.
Whoa! Double rainbow!
Dude, it's Dan Burnley! Oh no! Oh no, Lythander's now Dan Burnley this entire time!
And Gamerex as everyone else. You know what, it's actually oddly apropos we stumbled into that bit out of nowhere. More on that later.
You know, I've got to say, I got so incensed when you did that I muted the video I was watching, trying to mute the both of you.
Must band together to save the dreaming sea, and perhaps reality itself, for the greatest creation has ever known.
I know,
all this
dude!
And more on FateBreakers.
Yo, isn't it great, dude?
Isn't it gonna be so fun to edit this, Shora? I'm so sorry.
Man, I love you, Shora. Go get bent. This is my new voice now.
Oh no. Dan Burnley, what did you eat?
So
We're mixing all the
some
podcast
crackers, some pita, bro, some hummus. Yo, hummus, it fucks, bro. Maybe some I had some pineapple on some pizza, some PNPP.
Ah, shit. My nose just for reference. Part of the reason the episodes have been delayed and I have not been able to resume the video archive backlog as much as I should. I had nose surgery recently. You could probably still hear that in my voice a little bit.
Guys, this is a serious problem. I lost Lythander's voice.
You'll get it back.
You'll get it back eventually.
I don't think so, dude. This is all Dan Burnley now.
You're a shapeshifter. We can exchange the choosing voices. Jerome Leaf, what happened last time? You woke me up. Hang on. Really? On mic in the middle of the recap room?
I feel like this motherfucker moaning is an accurate summation of what happened last time.
Well, I mean, what happened last time is I
don't want you to moan into the mic. I'm going to tell them what happened last time.
Okay.
All right. So, from what I remember, and this was like 2 weeks ago, we ventured, each of us, we did our do Scooby-Doo gang diligence, and we split up across different sections of Kamthahar. We each took a side. We found different things. Korak found a weird guy who got off on rituals, and that guy. I saw him. When I asked him why he was moaning, he wouldn't give me a straight answer, and so we left it at that for now. Aura eventually found out that someone not only made off with a copy of the documents for Eldorado's construction. There was also someone who made additions to the structure of the building, to the structure of the city, that were not in the original planning by Glow. Who this could have been, and how long these forgeries could have been produced, we don't know. But we know that the documents were altered at some point. And we don't know if Mobo has altered documents, or if his documents are exactly the ones that Glow made originally all this time. But yeah, essentially, the lady helped me out. Who was the lady, Rex? I forget.
I don't know if I gave her name. She was a Dragonblood with prominent ice growing out of her head as her aspect markings.
Right.
Glint,
She was.
I think.
What's her name? Sorry.
Glint, I think I have in my notes.
Glint. Right. Yeah, she helped me. She helped me through that. We got in touch with her and essentially made off with.
She was very cooperative on accounts of not wanting to deal with the sun demon longer than she had to.
It's true, and she also wanted me to help her get rid of Mobo and his associates, namely a Jade guy by the name of SSD. You said.
SSD was way earlier in this group. He's doing his own thing. LCD was the Jade cast that's been effectively asking as his backup. He's
Indeed.
the U to Mobo's Gavel.
Wait, so he's the Yunar
Speaking of,
Hey, Dan Burley, make a hard bargain. Either take a -1 to all of your card pulls or something bad happens to you.
to all my card pools?
All right, we should probably we did mention we're switching systems for JoJo when it resumes.
That
More
is
on
correct.
that.
You're not
yes.
the DM for that, dude, so I'll take the card pools.
All right, Alatos, keep that in mind for later. No,
Yep.
not really.
and speaking of Gavel, what happened with Gavel last time?
Gavel went to the horny parade against her will.
Yes.
You ever just gaved?
Found out about a bunch of intrigues, specifically about clandestine work with Mobo in order to build something with their massive amounts of Jade Reserve. That's been the MacGuffin the game been chasing with that plot. Smashing that would dramatically curtail Prasad's Imperial project, because that's where all their magic material comes from for the lion's share of it. They can't keep conquering and spreading it. They can't keep getting magic juice to make magic swords and shit. I believe another factor that has become apparent. The crackhead tricked Lythander into selling prayer for a bunch of stolen artifacts.
And I tricked the crackhead into giving me free stolen artifacts.
Well, it wasn't free. You did pray to him.
No, I didn't.
Insincere prayer is still prayer.
They were all prayers to Luna.
Strange, isn't it? Oh, speaking of which, we had confirmation that Luna is doing active scouting here now. And Lythander got tapped for the Lunar Mentorship Program.
Yeah, dude. I'm tapped.
Okay, let's put Dan Burley back in the hole. Your Lythander voice is closer to this one.
Nah, dude, I told you. I told you and warned you, dudes.
Okay, hang on. I think I've got a diegetic in-universe explanation for why this happened. But we'll get into that in this session.
Oh boy.
More on that. Based on, the declarations made last time took place in a hotel room. You were doing your mass war planning stuff against the next steps for Prasad, and, effectively, you were deciding to go after the shit stirrer, lining up dynamite to everything before dealing with the ongoing threat. Because regardless of whatever you end up doing with Prasad, all the background bullshit that the Shrike is doing is going to be worse. Specifically, what he's doing has been somewhat unclear as of the immediate point, but you were able to pinpoint where he was making his hideout in the city, at the bottom left of the map near a Shadowland opened by a massive funerary, crematorium. Naturally, it's at the it's in the slums, of course, of Kamthahar, where the absolute lowest people on the caste-based system have to live, and it's joy, it's where all the dead ashes get blown. Hey, this place sucks. Beyond that, though, about near the end of your planning session, like once everything's been crystallized, you made a plan of attack as to, Alright, we'll wait this long for the sun to go down so we can plunk through the Shadowland and do our thing, attack, make whatever siege, do whatever sabotages we need to kneecap him. A tiny little... there is, a small knock at the door. And when I say a small knock, like a cat pawing at it.
Cute.
When you open the door, you find a disembodied cat's paw pawing at the door.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Disturbingly to you, this may actually be good news because you realize that this is Nue?
Huh?
Or at least a body part of her she duplicated and sent here as, like, a long-ass range automated messenger program. She has sent letters to you in the past. This is... Presumably she did this because it was faster, because a disembodied limb would be able to thing Adam's family its way under its own power. It, dumps a, crumpled up, letter, on the floor, at Aura's feet, and then discorporates into essence. Inside the note, because naturally I'm sure someone here would open it.
Yo, notes? It's my favorite app.
It's effectively a big report from Nue about this heartbeat.
It says, "Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over my..."
That's what it says in the code, yes, but behind the cipher...
Yeah.
Yeah, effectively, it's her report on hunting down, the Heart Eater, but she has actually made less progress than you would really expect of her. Unfortunately, this is because the Heart Eater is in fact allied with Fallen Star. Yeah, there's a couple of different citations where she saw the Heart Eater's pawns moving in concert with post-mortem and necro-engineers who have been... Nue has been spying on and seeing set up parts of the Loom of Doom underneath the waves. It's still not near completion. You still have a couple of months before that. However, the fact that Fallen Star has non-abyssal agents is new.
Uh-oh.
And this is This is appropriately weird because you're pretty goddamn sure a Deathlord is too powerful for a Heart Eater to take to mind Jack. Out of character, they can only make pawns out of creatures of their essence or lower. All Deathlords are essence 8 minimum, I believe.
Wow.
Oh boy.
And I think the grand total of exalts in all of the setting who exceed Essence 8 are... I think you can count them on one hand.
I see. Now that is scary. Hey guys! I want to take a look at this. And I share the thing with the...
Yeah,
with the glass.
etched at the very bottom of the note is that one Soviet Russia era image of the two guys standing together on the bridge with one guy erased.
Oh no.
Of just a Heart Eater's like pawn overshadowing Assault God, and hang on a second. That looks an awful lot like... That looks they have a passing resemblance to Red Hand Rebirth. But it's definitely not her, partially because it's a guy, but also like major physical differences. But is that someone related to Lythander's daughter? And there's a couple of like dotted note lines of saying of she had kids with multiple question marks after it.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm glad to. I'm glad to be getting some news from her after such a long time.
There actually is one more pertinent detail on the other side of the note that would be relevant to this. Is what exactly she's been trying to stop the Heart Eater in doing. And while she's been somewhat successful at repelling her from the Dreaming Seas coast, she was not able to get close enough to Ysir, and that is where the Heart Eater had at least some pawns get through and sneak inside the city. That's the city where it has the most mortal sorcerers in all of creation. It has a bunch of different demons and elementals bound to it. It's been one of the major checks on the Dreaming Seas expansion, on Prasad's expansion, which sucks because they're a massive empire of slaving douchebags. They're also partially Nue's fault, at least in her head, because her past life was responsible for fucking up the sorcerer's engine that causes the mass spontaneous sorcery awakenings in there. So there also appears to be evidence that she has seen of the Heart Eater wants to do a coup there. She's gonna do an Azula.
Azula Amagata.
Indeed.
Now that I think about it, I think her true form might bend a passing resemblance to her, but that's for our next set of art commissions later. Yeah, I do think some of Gavel's quartet of key military advisors are also checking this over, and you do hear General Abigail just suck through her teeth. Oh, fuck.
What is it?
Come on, give us the news.
It's that was her reaction to reading that.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's effectively, she's just kind of retying her hair and wiping a bunch of sweat from her brow. I had expected that at some point we would crusade against Ysiri, or if not us, our children's children, given that I think the lifespan of Exalts is is incredibly long, but not just that, Ysir, they are dangerous enough on their own with all of the sheer amount of wizards they have at their disposal. The idea of someone else hijacking them, we all saw what the economy could do. It gives me chills to imagine someone with the economy's power who knew what they were doing could do. And she points to another clause of the few skirmishes that Nue has had with the Heart Eater, she was able to kill her every time. But she was never able to find her core body. Yeah, the main reason you were able to kill the economy for good was because you locked him in the Gavel where he couldn't body jump in between places cleanly.
Thank you,
Man, it's almost
Lythander.
as if Lythander
Thank
is
goodness.
a tactical genius or something.
Hey, found his voice!
Dan Burnley jump scare!
God damn it!
Indeed. Dan Burnley jump scare.
No, I'm sorry about that. I'm back to being Lythander of the Seething Moon. I found my Snape, Severus Snape, Dumbledore.
I ain't cutting that out. I don't like Harry Potter. We should not dignify that franchise, I think.
Oh,
Anyway.
Sorry, that was more so for that meme.
Yeah, I get you. Speaking of which, though, it's now approaching sunset at this point. About the time when you guys would all be immobilizing to confront the Shadowland, which is probably apropos that about this time there is a commotion that you're hearing from that direction. And when I say commotion, I mean the kind of a public protest that sounds like it's about moments away from escalating into a fight.
What can we hear? What's being said?
It appears to be an impossibly loud doomsday preacher. Like saying the sins of the sins of the Kamthahari for letting the realm's snakes into their domain shall come due against them. Their end will be nigh for this, as we cleanse Prasad and deliver it from the Dragonblood's hands, and a bunch of confusing... It's effectively stock doomsday premonition stuff, but you should not be able to hear this from here. Like, that's pretty goddamn loud. Like, in the distance, you can see glass breaking from how loud this is.
Huh. Is there any way to tell if it's, like, some kind of magic... If this is some kind of, like, charm making this happen?
It's definitely a supernatural effect of some kind. I don't think you know enough about Abyssal prowess to be able to pinpoint what kind of trick this is. And I don't think you would be able to properly stop what's about to happen in time.
Oh no.
I am just going to go ahead and read out what is happening as the camera zooms in, and I would imagine you guys are at least looking out the window, because you might be able to at least see this from where you are right now. I would say you would need super speed powers active in order to attempt to stop the explosion.
Super speed! I have super speed.
So what is happening is inevitable doom proclamation. The Abyssals making a public performance speech in front of a group, social circle, or community about how inevitable death and destruction are incoming. For the rest of the story, during ventures that rely on chaos, fear, or intimidation involving the threatened community, the Abyssal automatically succeeds at a number of obstacles equal to her essence as long as she pursues that doom.
Oh my goodness.
Additional upgrade. Presence 5, Essence 4. If they're inside an Abyssal Mancer or Deathlord stronghold, they can channel their performance through a herald. They must be an ally or have a major intimacy of devotion or loyalty towards the Abyssal. This charm destroys them utterly, using the deathly essence released to allow the Abyssal to manifest a ghostly apparition, a nightmarish construct of shadows, or another terrible sight regardless of distance. The herald's body warps as the might of the grave annihilates their body and soul, leaving behind haunted Osiris treasures, crystallized skeletons, sinister gems in Stygian colors, or other remnants that testify the sacrifice they made to enact the Abyssal's will. Any ally killed by this charm becomes an artifact or hearthstone of equivalent value. The Exalt and her allies treat that place as a Shadowland for the remainder of the story. Any character of the threatened community they kill becomes a ghost with a tie of sorrowful servitude towards the Abyssal. And
I would like to attempt to stop the explosion.
Alright. This is
roll.
I'll say that this is going to be a roll-off against Shrike, then.
I'm going to go for a... I'm going to spend one mote on lightning speed to double eights on a movement action involving running. Then I'm going to roll 1d10, 1d15, thanks to my excellency, for athletics. Trying to get there in time. Let me see. What else can I do?
Shrike is going to be committing a mote to activate Dread Tiger's Symmetry to double 9s on his roll for the end. And is gaining the Exalt's dice in addition to the double 9s.
All right. Let's see what else can I do. I'm gonna attempt to. I'm also going to attempt to stunt this by doing the thing where I just leave behind a cloud of dust shaped like myself, and I yell, "I object!"
So for reference, his primary dice pool is 12. He added an excellency for... Oh wait, he should roll one less dice for that then. My mistake.
Yes, 19. Still a lot. That's,
yep.
I still have to be
11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 successes.
That's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
He doubles 9s, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I doubled 8s by accident. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I thought it was 14. Anyway, let's hope it works.
Please.
Okay, I do double 8s, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Motherfucker, I am 1 short. Help.
Did you think of a...
That was that was stunted.
Yeah, because you're trying to prevent, like, mass destruction in the public.
Yeah. Help.
Would I?
I need
I
need
able to
one
use...
more. I need one more success to tie, and then I can solar squint ties.
If you could think of a way to just fucking boost her, or maybe just fucking chuck Aura out the window so she could get there faster.
Alternatively, could I use Shadow Spy Curse on, this is Shrike, yes?
Yes, you can, and that would
Yes.
make Aura succeed, actually.
I will spend a mote on Shadow Spy Curse for Shrike.
So, you can't prevent the explosion from happening, but you can run this Herald out of there in time to get him out of a public space. In terms of, getting him away from the target he was planning to get. Stopping him from exploding was outright impossible, but this success at least allows you to get him from, say, the God Brothel and the Sixfold Insight Monastery, where he was going to be headed at one of those two places and just spray Shadowland chunks everywhere around. I'm guessing you just chuck him into the city outskirts, or perhaps into another France on the world map.
I attempt to, essentially just kind of like Super Mario 64, like Bowser toss him away.
All right,
Actually better. I rugby tackle him into the horizon.
You will need to roll physique plus fortitude to endure the spiritual pressure that is rippling off of his body as the necromancy detonation happens.
Physique plus what? And fortitude, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, well, that actually isn't that bad. That's
you
still fun. That's 5
succeed because
successes.
Solars win ties.
Hey!
As you avoid taking 3 health levels of aggravated damage.
Phew.
I'm guessing that you are probably protecting yourself with the light of your anima in this case, perhaps using some of the solar plate that you summon around yourselves in times of need, because, that's the bad necromancy shit. That is stuff that would have caused a few layers of your skin to just pop right off if it had touched you properly.
That's scary. I'd never do that again, please.
Effectively, this guy was being used as a living portal conduit directly into the underworld. And as you look around, wherever you just dragged him, probably, you can see the city over your shoulder, but you are definitely away from any inhabited areas. This guy was just going to make a Shadowland just in the middle of Kamthahar, and just try and do what happened in Thorns, presumably. The issue being, hey, that explosion is probably way smaller than you would have expected from that scale of power going off. Like, this is only, like, maybe a person-sized rift, as opposed to, like, a giant yawning chasm to the beneath. This was, like, a tactical nuke, not a nuclear nuke. This was a quiet explosion that he was going to try and make designed to just cause more intrigue from there. This was set up to a bigger plan, not the big attack he wanted in and of itself. You actually do hear some wheeling behind you. And when I say wheeling, I mean at the speed of like a chariot, as using her rocket wheelchair, Emerald Alcide Duke skids to a halt next to you. You know, even with the magical moon silver wheels, I still need to use my arms to pump this.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of exhaustion starting to catch up to me. Oh,
yeah,
man.
She turns up her nose as the scent of death is blown effectively everywhere. Oh god, this is the foulest smell you've ever smelled. Yeah, she wrinkles her nose. I don't recognize any specific spells or necromancy that was used, but I think I could wager a guess as to what that was. Give me a moment. And she uses her once-a-session use of Unwoven Coadjutor to ask the Neverborn what the fuck this guy is doing. Or, sorry, the Primordial's what he's doing. Although it does tie into the Neverborn, primarily because she steps back. His actual target was an enclave of low-ranking corporal caste soldiers and artisans being imported into the city for training and purification. And she says both of those with finger quotes. His actual goal for that was to open a back channel to recruit people.
Oh.
And this is just stuff that she's auto-solving through the Unwoven Coadjutor and stuff, of automatically piecing together this part of the mystery for you. Alright, the Yozi were not clear to the specifications as to what that is, but I think I can make the leap on my own. I take it you've learned by now, Prasad culturally steamrolls over. Well, that word wouldn't exactly... The steamroller is not a known technology in creation. Prasad demolishes and obliterates any culture that from societies that they conquer to bring them into their fold. They do the same realm satrapy shit they do to their conquered and annexed territories, but going the extra line of crushing a culture. I think that the reason that he's been able to build a power base like he has this close to Prasad is because they've been ignoring the cultures of the dead. He has been making inroads as the chosen of death that he is to recruit an army of the dispossessed, and I am assuming he was rendering visits to their living descendants. Even with as much cultural memory as they've been able to ignore, the brainwashing can only go so far when you're being haunted by the spirits 3. I don't know exact the number of spirits, but that seems like a spiritually important amount. Regardless, my actual point in regards to this is that I don't expect he's going to be working alone wherever he is in that stronghold down there. And I would actually like to join you for this leg. I've been pursuing my own deeds in regards to my research, but I do think I will be of service, and more importantly, I would also like to see what he has down there from spare whispers of pearls of wisdom I think he may have. I did hear that report of him riding a chunk of the Neverborn, and I would be curious to get a look at that up close myself. She just kind of pats at her war throne. I'm always looking to make improvements, you see.
Indeed.
A side detail that I think Lythander would automatically be aware of. It's possible. So, a lot of cultures in the underworld create afterlives there artificially. This isn't something that's usually an active process of, like, Exalted, like, as a setting in creation, has, like, a universal wheel of reincarnation. But as a result of death being broken in the first age, leading to the whole creation of the underworld, a lot of cultures forge, like, cultural memories and ghosts to make artificial afterlives. Those are just, like, polities and small kingdoms that pop up for ghosts and such in the hereafter. Abyssals theoretically would have a fucking hell of a lot of pull in those places, so it's possible that this whole time there has been all sorts of afterlife bullshit from assorted cultures of killed cultures, perhaps more accurately, that all he had to do was show up and ask if they wanted revenge, and they would have been on it like fish on a line. So he absolutely would have that kind of a power base if he knowed how to leverage it. Suppose we may as well get to the map sketch, as I am assuming you guys are going to walk through the Underworld rendering portal then, as that's opening up in... Actually, you have a fresh Shadowland, right where this guy exploded.
Yes.
And when I say this guy, he appeared to be a skeleton with flesh crudely papered over him. This was someone who'd already died, shoved back into the body, and killed again. Now, I should note, yes, Rex, this is a terrible sketch of a place.
Does it matter though, Rex?
Well, it actually does matter in this case, because this is what your brains actually see as you see a massive castle on the horizon. It appears to have been a child's sketch made terrifyingly real. Angles that do not make any fucking sense whatsoever. Walls that are too big. Pillars that are just freestanding and floating in the middle of nowhere. Like, this is something that was wrought, fully formed out of who knows what kinds of necromancy or magic on Prasad's backyard, no less. Restart the sentence as I get into character. As little attention as monks of the Immaculate Order and Pure Way pay to the Underworld, in theory they should be able to detect when major movers and shakers are doing shit like building a death castle in the Underworld right next to their capital city. This place literally showed up overnight. And Lythander would probably know without a roll that's something that can only happen through Void Circle necromancy. The top level of necromancy that Lunars can't get.
I have a feeling that someone is mocking me here.
That is inauspicious Citadel. I don't know if you would recognize that exact spell, but I think that this place would have been infamous after, once again, the same thing happened outside of Florence, another big dragon-blooded holding that got flattened by Abyssals. Someone did a massive fucking ritual to make a fucking death stronghold just pop up and spawn right here like a fucking WoW instance. Ah yes, the inauspicious Citadel. Gives anyone working within it 4 bonus dice to any necromantic workings crafted inside, which exceed dice cap.
Oh goodness.
Undead raised within the Citadel increase all traits by 1 and take as bonus quality too. And it counts as a primary Hearthstone benefit. Sorry, just sipping water. And yet, despite all of this undead prowess and mechanical benefits this place cast, whoever built this place is not a good craftsperson. Like, this is... When I say child's drawing brought to life, I mean this quite literally. The Neverborn pinned this to the fridge. They were so proud. And once all the eyes adjust, Emerald just kind of rubs at her eyes again, blinks, grows some extra eyes through a split devil body incarnation activation to take a better look, blinks with all of those. You know, I expected they may have something like this, but I wasn't expecting it to look this shitty. Yes, I know. It offends the senses to look at Lythander.
Sorry, I actually was sneezing there. I did not mean to.
I thought that was diegetic. Never mind.
No, that was my nose telling me to die.
I feel your pain with the nose surgery I mentioned at the start of this session. At the same time, from Archive Mind Mentality, Lythander, Shrike almost killed you when you barged into one of his safe houses uninvited. Like, he ran like a trial infused with the old laws of the Underworld to do that.
Oh, that one. Hello there, Shrike.
Not physically there,
wait,
but you
no.
are in front of Shrike's house.
Well, hello there, Shrike's house. Be a shame if somebody were to piss in it.
Do you go and piss on it?
I said in it, not on it.
Oh, okay.
I will attempt to sneak into said house.
Alright, brief establishing shot as you're sneaking up to it. Yep, there's a bunch of heads on spikes. But beyond just that, and this is actually not represented on the map, there is a very small stone shed, for lack of a better term, that you're seeing living faces occasionally pop out, all shaved bald, all wearing the attire of monks, as they are effectively hiding in a rot stronghold, as you see at least one anima going off in there. There appears to be at least one Dragonblood monk who, somehow, is all the way down here, and appears to be having a standoff and is considering their own egress into the death zone. One other thing I will note is one of the severed heads on the pike, like pinned at the very front of the gate, you very clearly see a by now very wilted desert cactus flower growing from their forehead. At least one Dragonblood tried to get in here and was immediately obliterated. Alright, so go ahead and roll a stealth check.
After saying that, after telling me that, you
Oh,
want
I
me to
didn't-
roll a stealth check?
Or you
I
can
hadn't-
change
I
your
hadn't
approach
seen-
if you would like to approach the glowing
However,
quest
well-
icon instead.
I hadn't seen the map until now. This is beautiful. Thank you, Rex.
Alright, that will get you past the rank and file guards, to be sure, and I think that gets you past the specialty guards, because the first floor isn't the one that's the heavily monitored one. I think that, you probably do end up doing like a free few build will castings to cloak yourself in enough necromantic essence in order to pass by, unscathed.
Yes.
And through that, you effectively are... If you're not able to walk through the front door, because this one actually is closed and guarded quite ferociously, unlike the fucking shit that one demon had done. But you are able to just effectively just yeet yourself in through a window.
Ha! Yeet!
Yeah.
Yeah?
Inside of that window, there is... As you step through the threshold, there is, kind of a shifting feeling as the entire world wavers around you like a desert mirage. And then, all of a sudden, there is what I can only describe as, let me find a good picture of it. A very small... there's like a sliding tile puzzle on the ground.
Oh my goodness.
And you see a sign pinned in Riverspeak of the dipshit intruder puzzle. Solve this puzzle or die.
Lythander.
Can I actually
This is
physically
dire.
solve this puzzle?
Yeah.
Can you give me the thing to solve, and I will solve it?
Oh yeah, just roll a finesse plus sagacity
No.
check, difficulty 1.
Oh. Okay.
I can't solve it!
Okay, wise guy, let's see you take a crack at it.
Let's see, you said finesse plus what now?
Sagacity.
I believe in you, Lythander.
See, here's the here is actually
12
the thing.
successes?
You're actually not supposed to solve this puzzle. And in fact, as you look across the room, there are a lot of other assorted first-grade entry-level childish puzzles that are designed to curse you as you try and solve them. The implication of this room is that if anyone tries to enter through anything other than the front gates, it shunts them here as part of effectively a means to humiliate people. If you actually solve these puzzles, then you are branded with assorted necromantic curses.
Would I have been able to have noticed that without... So...
Correct, do you think Lythander would be able to figure that out?
Yes.
Okay, then yes.
I am 90% sure Lythander would have just said, this seems weird. This seems easy. Why would he be goading me here?
I'm gonna go ahead and post a relevant Ogloff strip of the line of thought Lythander is probably going through right now. This is one of the few rare safe for work Ogloff strips.
Oh boy.
The actual way to solve this puzzle is to look at what seems like a small eyeball planted in the ceiling and just refuse to solve it. Of denying that you are in fact a dipshit intruder.
Watch now, shut lips. The game's over. What now?
Oh, and all of a sudden you are popped into the front hall.
Well, hello there.
Asterisk, there are several ghost guards that are just there. From your successful stealth check, they don't see you, but they know someone has tripped the dipshit intruder alarm.
Mm.
How would they ever know that?
Silent alarms of it being set off in the first place and getting out without being suckered into the idiot trap's doom spiral.
So I'm just doom posting then.
Perhaps, yes. There's also a wanted poster for Lythander on the wall.
Lythander being wanted. That's a joke.
There is also a proclamation or warning: do not speak, do not interact with. Just kill on sight.
Wow.
Wait, do what on sight?
Its instructions to not speak with you, and to just attack if they see you.
Ah, so it looks like Lythander, right? So I'll just make myself not look like Lythander.
Alright.
Wait a second, no, that's the trap, actually.
Perhaps.
So I will not do that.
Perhaps the true trap is overthinking.
Maybe it is. So Lythander is just going to say, okay, okie dokie, artitoki, and continue on his way, trying to find where he needs to go.
Throughout the entire rest of this floor, you see a bunch of what I can only describe as basic bitch traps. Think every stock puzzle in every single video game or Dungeons & Dragons map you could think of. You've got your Towers of Hanoi, you've got your Pendulum Pit, you've got your easily avoidable like falling blocks or compressing walls. They're all disturbingly easy to solve. Lythander, would you like to roll Read Intentions on Shrike?
Sure, because I know not to solve them.
Alright, your choice of embassy or presence. Or awareness. I'll allow any of the three.
Right,
with fortitude at this rate.
Alright. 5.
Hey, so these are intentionally insultingly easy on purpose.
That's what I thought.
The actual goal is to distract you and lull you into a false sense of security so you get obliterated by actual threats.
That is exactly what I thought.
Yeah, he knows that you knows that he knows it's stupid, but he doesn't know that you know that he knows that you know that he knows it's stupid.
Exactly.
Hmm? However, the actual threat of this is Lythander lose a moat.
Okay.
As you realize that What his actual plan is to waste your time, is to waste intruders' times with bullshit so he can suck them dry of essence. Once a scene when you're in this castle, lose a moat, is the effect of this power here.
Gotcha. I mean, you're saying that it's a lot of, like, pendulum traps and such like that?
Yeah, basic
So all
bitch
things
traps.
that I can just avoid by being in a different shape?
Yeah, the point is to waste your time with bullshit.
I wouldn't be wasting my time if I am just moving forward at a steady pace, though, would I?
Right, yeah. Are you going just by yourself, or are any of your mushroom children accompanying you?
There might be a few mushroom children left in the Gaul.
In the Gaul. Interesting answer. Alright. Never mind then.
Why is that an interesting answer?
No, that means they're safe in that case.
Yes.
All right.
You think I don't have them strapped on me at all times?
I'm thinking of that one fucked up comic book panel of the guy with the baby armor.
Isn't that a Batman villain, I think?
No, it's something much... It's something... It's this.
Oh my goodness.
Because I remember seeing that exist.
Oh. Yeah, I just posted
The
panel.
baby armor.
Yeah.
Oh, incidentally, I saw what happened in the immediate next panel.
Oh,
A
that's
guy
Punisher.
yanks him up through the ceiling.
That was Punisher, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. The Punisher kills him by yanking him up through the ceiling.
There you go.
Yeah, to avoid the baby armor situation then. In that case, you actually hear a familiar voice as you get deeper into the castle. And what they're saying isn't really important because it's just like general like necromantic spell mantras as they're channeling power. Sky Sundering Shadow.
What about Skeek?
Well, you hear Skeek's voice.
Okay.
You do recognize what she is saying at this rate, and effectively what it is... Alright, so this line connects here at this river range, and this is all an old realm. Furthermore, this will connect at this junction, and hand me that jade piece, thank you. And this will connect here in order to that. It's just a bunch of engineering jargon as she's working on something.
Is she physically here?
Yeah, you're actually physically hearing her voice, which is pretty rare. Almost every time you've seen her, except for like maybe the first time and in Malpheus, was her astral projection.
Do I say hello or do I not? This might be a trap for all I know.
It's your problem. This is probably happening in like the back right here as you pass by what I can only describe as a skeleton garden.
Ooh, the Bone Zone.
Yep, you pass by the Bone Zone. Alright, if you're heading up to Sky, I'll have a brief roll to see if she notices you, but her observation pool is only her
Sure, I'll be
tertiary
heading up
one,
to...
so
I'll be heading where Sky's at.
it's unlikely. She rolled pretty good, but that's still lower than your 6s, so she doesn't see you. Yep, that's Sky Sundering Shadow in person, working with what I can only describe as a zombie pit crew. They're all dressed up like the Stig from Top Gear. Yeah, they're all kitted out like this, as she has a massive chamber, like about the size of a city block, that she is laying down a massive soul steel and orichalcum, a possibly thin wafer sheet of metal that they appear to be pouring powdered jade into and across, like filling in gaps in a sand, like filling in a mold, like to make plastic. As she is making a massive, what we in the model world would recognize as a circuit board. And from her lines earlier, she is making this to correspond with local dragon lines. Like, she's making... It's not just an accurate ley line map, it appears to be actually something that affects or latches onto them.
Should I trust you? Are you a villain still, or are you more so like me. Well,
I should
wait,
know the
why
only
is
time she did
actually why is
the
Sky
only time
here?
she did anything actively working against you was kind of a lie by omission via doing bullshit with Amir as a quid pro quo to clone Ligier's Master Sword. Effectively, she pickpocketed him when he wasn't looking and ran to Home Depot to put his master key in the key duplication slot.
Gotcha.
Other than that, she's been relatively reasonable towards you every time she's interacted.
Okay, so is she in... So, my question is, why would she be here? Like, that...
She is still an Abyssal.
True. But does that technically do anything? Or, let me rephrase
Does it break any oaths that she swore to Aura? No.
Alright. Hello there, Sky.
Ah! And she actually does dump a bunch of the jade powder all over her, one of the circuit boards.
What? Excited to see me?
No, just surprised. I really should. I know I shouldn't be, but the point being is that I wasn't expecting to see you for another few decades. I'll have to revise my timetable accordingly.
What you doing?
Building a map of local dragon lines so I could replicate them in my new reality.
Very nice. But that doesn't answer the question of why you're in Shrike's domain. Or domicile.
Because the Citadel is incredibly useful for these projects. It makes them very cost-effective, so I don't need to use my personal essence to do so, and perhaps more importantly, it's going to shave centuries off my timetable.
Gotcha. Would you like to help little old me?
I take it you're here because you're opposing Shrike?
That is right.
The issue being that Shrike is nominally one of my co-workers.
But is it a true co-worker or someone who tries to be your boss?
Co-worker. He has attempted to lord power over me, and I have made it very clear to him that if he tries that again, I'm going to take the other one.
Wait, what other one? What?
She just gives you a look.
No, this is out of character. What is the other one?
Oh, kidney in this case.
Kidney?
She was. This was a plan to joke double entendre, pretending she took one of his nuts, but in reality, she took a different organ.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that's fair. I mean, I was going to say, I'm not against you yet.
Nor would I. By the time I need to destroy creation, you and everyone else will be long gone, and I'll be able to peacefully move everyone else out there. It's before I shut the lights off on the old reality.
That's actually relatively fair, and I hate that in-character Lythander would probably agree with it.
Yeah, technically she wants to destroy the world, after the sun has already burned out, so to speak.
Yeah, so after everybody would probably be dead.
Yes, or emigrated to the cooler place she's building. Yeah. Asterisks. I dislike him too. He's a very unpleasant man. I so insisted on killing a mass amounts of people. Yes, even if they're more powerful dead, they're not as happy is the problem. Plus, he's such a fucking snob about it.
So does that mean you'll help?
Wanting to help and being able to help are different factors here.
So the helping is giving me a layout of the place. Nothing that you have to physically do to help, besides not saying I'm here and giving me a layout.
Are you here to kill him? To inconvenience him?
Inconvenience.
Yeah, that's actually good because he did render himself immortal beyond the standard abyssal protections recently. Naturally, you're also a reasonably skilled necromancer. You know that there is no true, perfect immortality. But the fact is, I did see someone... I did see that monk out front successfully kill him and him come back. So whatever catch he has, it's one that she wasn't able to find. That, I take it, is... That actually brings me to something else I wanted to discuss. I know that at some point you're going to make a move against my liege to stop her plan. About the inverse loom of fate that she's been working on this whole time.
Yes.
I'm just going to say bluntly, I cannot help you with opposing my liege.
Oh, I'm not going to ask you to help oppose in any way that would put you in danger.
Noted.
Advice, though, I don't think would put you in danger, would it?
Advice in the stage of don't. Of just don't, perhaps. I will say, in regards to her allies, however, the Heart Eater worries me.
That's fair. Don't we still have their bones?
And she actually just kind of tilts her head at this. You mean they're different ones? I was under the impression this was the same one that had slipped the leash.
No, they are different ones.
Shit.
Yes.
My concern is that I am afraid that she's going to try some absolutely idiotic thing like hijacking the loom herself to spread herself across all of creation. And when I brought that up to Fallen Star, she seemed confident that it wouldn't work. The fact that means she's still connected with the project at all and was looped into how it works in our inner circle is still deeply concerning. Like, I've heard all the cries thrown at me about being a death witch and whatnot, an agent of death, and I've been trying to not cause undue harm through that, but a Heart Eater's mere existence requires them to hijack people mind, body, and soul. There's no way to use that power and not be a monster. At least none that comes to mind in my own accounts, but my point being is that if you move against the Heart Eater, her I can provide advice and counsel on. And hang on a moment, actually, and I'm gonna go and have her build will to cast Infallible Messenger. Alright, a couple of moments later, she conjures the necromantic cherub in the blood mirror necromancy variation, and a response comes back. That was from one of my scouts. One moment. Frustratingly short about an actual name. The closest I've got in regards to information on her is a title, which is unfolds the cherub, squints at it. The Maiden of Salvation, or often just referred to as Salvation. At least that's a name, which is going to make it a bit less confusing referring to the Heart Eater if there are apparently multiple of the fuckers running around.
Well, thank you for the info.
Well, there's more info beyond that. Hold on a second.
Okay.
The Heart Eater has also been working as the go-between... Oh, fuck me.
I'm good.
No, not you. I meant in regards to... I knew that the Lunar was said to have some connection to Salvation, yet hearing that they work together actively...
Are you talking about 100 Venom?
Yes, I am.
He's a dick, isn't he?
Yes!
We should do something about him, shouldn't we?
Unfortunately, that's going to be a little difficult because on paper, he and my liege are allied.
On paper. So what you're saying is that we can make them hate each other.
Oh, they already do, but that's just because Fallen Star hates everyone.
You see, I have his shape.
Do you now?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we are separated by quite a while of travel distance, so we may need to put a pin in that proverbial topic.
That's fair.
For now, I take it that you are going to go do some bungling about with that fucking scam artist.
Who's this? Oh, yes, that.
Shrike, yeah.
Yes, Shrike. Yeah, did you know he almost he tried to put me into court?
Oh, he did that to you as well?
Yeah, it didn't work. Like, is he just stupid?
Out of character, that actually was the closest anyone got to killing you this whole saga.
Yeah, but they failed.
They did fail.
And only because I made up some BS.
Yep. Alright, yeah, I see from the aura die rolling, we'll scroll back to you guys, because there actually is something that's relevant as if we could shift spotlight away for a bit.
Yay!
At some point, as this is, yeah, as you're talking and planning stuff over with Sky, everyone else at the outskirts I think at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and have the monk roll.
The monkfish?
Well, that's 90 at 1. Oh, that's a botch if that were a roll that existed. Not much better.
Oh my goodness sakes.
And I don't think she sees you in the distress that she is in. I'll reveal...
Ew.
Yeah, as you're waiting back for Lythander to report, you do just hear some yelling from the shack.
It's the...
Dragons, damn it! Why haven't we gotten those reinforcements by now? We have this fucking anathema right on our doorstep, and we just have to sit here and keep an eye out as my best friend's skull leers down at us.
Yes.
And I actually do think Emerald and the generals would kind of nod at each other. Should we engage with the Dragonblood in any capacity? I know the enemy of my enemy is not my friend, but given whatever Shrike is going to do, and he almost blew up an entire city block, perhaps a compromise is to... You do look different than you usually do, and beyond the point of that, we could have... yeah, I could just go in, or hell, one of the mortals could just... Yeah, actually, that might be even safer. Would you allow some of your mortal troops to attempt to chicanery this in terms of trying to get information?
Gavel
Pretending to
would
be like...
allow it, yes.
Alright, I think in this case the most suitable person here probably would be some of your Stargazer's people, actually, because as a immortal sorcerer, he actually would have a reason to be there. As camera zooms in on him as he knocks on the front door and just is immediately yanked inside by a half dozen different paranoid monks. Yeah, there is a brief time skip, and I'm gonna have him roll for a unavailable messenger. It's not a very expensive... Wow, I keep forgetting how good Stargazer is with this build will. As this is going to be like a sorceress intermediary. I have her on the other line, Gavel. She believes that you are merely a wandering exorcist that I am with. I believe I've had her... she's not in much condition for... She's very easy to trick.
I see.
And it puts you... hands the phone over to her, much like Batman handing the phone to Bruce Wayne. Yes, hello? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank the dragons. I'm so good. It must be by their fortune I've stumbled across an exorcist at this time. We are really low on woman power right now.
Well, don't worry. Me and my dear friends will help you with this issue.
Yes, good. The more the merrier. Let me give you a recap as to what exactly happened here. We actually did have a full Hearth of Dragons attempt to storm this place. At least one of them is dead. There is just kind of a spiritual... the spiritual equivalent of a map ping at the severed wood aspect head on the spike over there. The Anathema in there just pointed and she exploded. I'm not even sure why or how. That's horrifying. But not just beyond that, there has been a truckload of ghosts ever since that thing showed up. Just a scant 5 days ago, which is horrifying they were able to get that nightmare castle. Like, that's an actual manse. Like, that is a geometric place of power. Those do not spring up normally. And Gavel would already know, yeah, that's because this took top-shelf necromancy to make. Like, this took... If Sky Sundering Shadow did not cast this herself, it means that either there is a It would mean that either she casted it, or Shrike casted it, which means he's also a necromancer almost as good as she is.
Oh, goodness.
Or, the even more horrifying third option, somewhere there is Fallen Star herself.
Or that Lythander did it.
There are ways to boundary break past circles. You need dedicated research and, like, magical achievements in order to do that. And only Abyssals can get that as is. In any case, other monk intel as we're running down this lady's list. Actually, I do think that, Gavel, roll awareness plus any attribute difficulty 10.
Oh boy, alright. Let's see. 5 successes.
The camera sees, but Gavel does not seize as this conversation is going. Slipping out of one of her shoes as, like, the wind of the underground is kind of picking up and, like, as you're, like, adjusting in position or whatever kind of idle animation is going on, a single small, conspicuously silver grain of sand slip out of your shoe and just be blown into the castle. Character note, that will be relevant later, but not right now. Conversation is proceeding as thus. By the by, we also received reports that there was an errant war strider that appeared to be self-piloting down here, some kind of soul-steal monstrosity. Hey, remember what happened to that soul-steal war strider that betrayed stolen? You guys after the exigent of betrayal kind of awoke in the Ashen Ones and accidentally caused problems?
The one that was stolen from us?
The one that stole
Ed?
itself. Yes, Ed.
Oh, man. Didn't realize he betrayed us for any reason.
Oh, Raji did not betray you actively. He, unfortunately, is a patchwork exigent, so his power just kind of goes off at times. This is why he parted ways with you guys, is that so this doesn't keep happening, because he accidentally made your giant mecha betray you.
Right. I see.
Yeah, and the description she gives is matching that thing. Somehow I got to hear from Malthius. Although the how is probably pretty answerable as Shrike, given that you did see him there too. Briefly.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Other details of information. As far as we could tell, they are planning some kind of corporal caste uprising in the city. Now, I am as much, I'm as liberal as they come in regards to how we treat classes in the capital, but mass red blood riots in the street isn't the answer, especially if they're being led by a demon, right?
Yeah.
So, do you have any princes of the earth on your side? Are we dealing with strictly mortal exorcists? Perhaps any gods that have been successfully cajoled to do their fucking jobs? Any sorcerers, maybe, they could bring elementals in, purify the place.
who do we know that can help?
Somnia actually pops up as this is going, and then just kind of makes eyes at Gavel. Do you want me to do Do you want me to do my thing?
Yes.
Sure.
If you're wanting to help, then by all means, show us what you're good at.
Okay. Let's have Somnia make a roll, as she is going to build will and cast Mists of Eventide. Mists of Eventide.
Oh my goodness.
Mists of what?
It's a sorcery spell designed as the sleep spell from Dungeons and Dragons on crack. However, as she's trying to build power, the entire Citadel itself seems to come to life and just actively shatter her spell. Like actual defense mechanisms activate and siphon all the essence from her. And in fact, she loses 5 motes.
Goodness sakes.
And she just kind of apparates back to your side. This is a powerful work of artifice, I will admit that. I was trying to knock out everyone inside. You know, that seemed like it would be helpful towards clearing the place, but seems whatever's in there does not agree.
So it would seem.
Yeah, Emerald raises her hand from her wheelchair. I do have something I'm reasonably sure can help, but that would blow our cover if we're able to keep the wool over this lady's eyes. Consider that as our last resort, perhaps, is the ray.
The Dodon ray?
Her solar death ray. The thing that does infinite damage if it hits.
Indeed. Yes, only if it is absolutely necessary.
Then, Spider does the fucking Vince McMahon walk up to all of you guys.
Well, good thing Lythander isn't here.
So, you need help getting into an abyssal place of undeath, now do you?
So it would seem, yes.
Now, I'm something of an abyssal myself. And I think I could just get us through that front door, provided you do something for me.
And what would that be?
I want you to beat Lythander to an inch of his life.
Hey, yo?
Why?
Because, speaking as his best and I think only friend, he has not been challenged near enough.
You think he's been getting lazy?
I think he's been getting off on easy spot after easy spot, and it is only through death that we get stronger, right?
In a way.
I hate him, but I respect the hustle.
He's trying to help! Asterisk, 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 asterisk!
I know.
Suppose I do accept this. When would I have to do this?
Well, preferably once in a moment of quiet, when he's least expecting it, hopefully, to teach him that, you know.
Does it matter if you'll be explicitly there to see me do it or not? Or will you take me at my word with this handshake?
I'll know by looking at him.
But what if... So, here's the real question. What happens if I actually win that fight easily?
You did win the fighting game tournament.
I know! With melee options! Because remember,
But what if we jump Lythander for fun?
And does it have to be only me, or can I recruit others to help me?
Because you know
Yeah, you can have as many people as you want, just as long as he almost dies. Just so he gets the memo.
Why do I like this plan?
Just once. Only once. Well, Spider.
I think he gives Aura a knowing look. Well?
She smiles.
And I think actually, before anyone else says anything, Emerald just kind of slams her hand on her wheelchair's thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm trying to help my friend. The hell you are! I don't know why you think almost killing someone is helping them in any circumstance or whatever of this bullshit. No. If you want to actually be someone's friend, fucking help them. Oh, are you gonna try and stop me? I'm going to have Emerald roll build will.
Well then.
What, are you gonna try and stop me? Famous last words as she builds 10 will and hits Spider with the solar death ray.
Oh boy.
We cut to a wide shot as... What are you gonna do? Stop me? Cut to a wide shot of the tent you guys have set up as Spider is set sailing across the horizon.
So is Spider dead?
No.
Okay. I was gonna laugh.
Spider is incapacitated.
Gotcha. And
with aggravated damage.
The worst
struck
part
by
is
the
that
Macaco
everyone here
Sopo.
agreed with him. No one cared about good old Lythander, apparently. They wanted to jump him. The NPC had
Emerald
to...
cared on principle.
Yeah, who would have thought that
Hey,
the
man.
NPCs... I see how it is, guys.
Hey, man,
I
look.
see how it is. You want me to have
Hey,
a
look.
fight against you guys in
Hey.
every single thing where I have to
Hey,
1v5 you?
Hey, look.
Hey, look.
Gavel never
Hey, look,
actually
look,
shook
look,
Spider's
look.
hand, all right? That deal was never fully
Yeah.
set.
Uh-huh.
I just gave him a smile. Okay, that could have meant anything.
Oh, all right. I see how it is.
I didn't say anything at all.
Hey,
My
Rex,
lips were
Rex, should I
sealed.
make a build of having all of my children fight them?
You can make a build for all of your children that might actually be useful. I gotta have you have your kids to sell like a command merit or something.
Okay.
But that's for in between game build, I guess. Now, I have good news and bad news for you based on what just happened. The good news is that Spider actually is sent through the castle, and that does open a hole through the defenses you guys are reasonably sure you can go through without getting caught in any either magic or normal traps.
Okay.
Bad news is that
Yeah.
from the monk shed, what the fuck was that?
Uh-oh.
Now they have noticed you.
Well,
Here we go.
so much for subtlety.
And I do think, unfortunately, due to the sheer power going, Emerald's cast mark is going.
Can't believe they wasted the once per scene death laser.
Do you want to know what the fucked up thing is, Korak?
Sure.
That's not once per scene.
You're right. It's once per playthrough.
No.
It's once
Also,
per
I'm gonna
me
give-
wanting to.
Also,
survive.
I'm gonna give Emerald my hat so she can so that it blocks the rays. The rays of her cast mark going off
Okay, let's have Emerald roll a fucking stealth check to see if she can hide that.
with an aid from me.
Alright, go ahead, roll a fucking performance or stealth aid action.
I'll roll performance here. Let me see, actually.
And Emerald has a -3 penalty right now because of how fucking obvious it was from the solar death ray.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I mean, I guess I have to roll it like this. Hopefully this gives her something. Even though both of these stats are bad.
Well, it gives her 3
Hey, that's
dice.
not too bad. That's 6 successes. On 6 dice.
Yep. That's 3 dice. Oh shit, that actually succeeded.
Hey!
Wow.
The dumbass plan worked!
Dumbass to dumbass communication. But she goes, I didn't real. Oh. So, what the hell was that spell? Like, was that... okay, you guys have got to be some kind of sorcerers at some point, or perhaps it was the spirits' work. And Somna just says, yes, hi, I'm a local divinity. That was me.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much for your aid.
This one is the god of light. This one, she's the god of light reflecting on prismatic surfaces.
Prismatic
the
surfaces
beam
is
you
like
just
the
saw.
water, which is why my bottom half's a boat. Yes, I've gathered that
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not just loomers who are good at bullshit disguises. I say, as she is now
5 years of
wearing-
college is what taught me to do this.
She is now wearing the fucking Groucho Marx glasses. Right, in any case, I'm going to need you to do that again at the entire stronghold. Unfortunately, it takes time, and I am sure that they're mustering their defenses for that now. Very well, yes. Here. I will hold down the fort, you go inside, and cast that again when you have more time. That seems like a completely fair compromise to me. Shall we go?
Absolutely. Let's go right now. And not spend a second longer here at this point, at this very state. Also hold this hat with both your hands.
Hey, remind me, was the oath you swore to Gnosis major or minor?
What was the oath I swore to Gnosis?
To kill his parents.
Who is? Oh, that person. To kill their parents, right?
Hmm?
It was a minor.
Do you kill her?
Also, I haven't met them yet. I wanna do the thing we did. Oh, I did?
Yeah, this monk.
Oh, shit. Oh, by the way, wait a minute. So, like, does the oath automatically tell me that I know who they are?
Nope.
Then how the fuck am I supposed to know what my target is?
Well, it seems like he actually did manage to bamboozle you, kind of.
Stupid solar magic?
Yeah, even if you thought
Wait.
you got a oh. Alright.
Let me go ahead and activate, or I guess that doesn't mean, I don't know if that means anything, but,
You know what? I'll actually give you a chance at that same awareness plus fortitude difficulty 10 roll. It's relevant now.
I guess I can try Unconquered Sun's Sight.
That would also help, yes.
Commit one vote for the scene. The solo recognizes when someone uses deception to masquerade as someone or something toward which I have an intimacy. When I suspect falsehood, I can ask whatever the fuck. Okay. Their intimacies as well. However, an ally benefits from this charm, gain one animal. Okay. I will roll this with, I believe, the addition of that. So, what is being hidden, Rex?
What's being hidden is who is here and who is here.
Okay, so that just straight up their identity.
On multiple levels, yes.
Who is here as in, like, straight up, there are more people here than I would surmise?
That seems like an accurate way of reading the sentence, yes.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. In that case, then I'll try the awareness roll now with the addition of those.
Take a stunt
things.
with that.
Let me roll for them because I don't want to do anything to go back on my word. All right, that seems pretty solid. 8.
I will reveal that you realize who this is from the fucking familiar resemblance. This is Gnosis's mother.
Do I know you?
No, I can't believe... As she squints at you for a second, I think I may have seen you on a street in Champor, but that was a man, so no.
I have gone through a bit of a revelatory period in my life.
Oh, congratulations. Denard be with you.
Thank
the
you.
Trans-Immaculate Dragon of Water.
Thank you. But it's at the tip of my tongue. Would it? Stupid brain. Think. These are the times where I miss. This is at the times where I miss my friends' memories. Let's see. Do you? How do I even get to the point where I can be sure this is who I'm thinking of? So I already know that this is Loki's mother, right?
No, Gnosis's mother.
Gnosis's mother.
Both of those infernals had mommy issues. This is a different mommy issue.
There's a lot of infernals with mommy issues. I get them confused.
Hmm?
Are you familiar with a Gnosis by any chance?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Do they have another name that I don't remember?
That's quite a lofty title. I'm assuming you're referring to some upstart outcast, or perhaps some realm bastard.
Let's see if I can draw you a picture.
Well, I appreciate
rusty.
the exercise. We are a bit limited on time, so
And
perhaps you should accompany your divinity inside and do whatever rituals needed.
No, right. Of course. But let's walk and talk with me, because this is really important. I feel like if I don't try to at least remember, I'm gonna regret it later. Let's see.
Very well. One moment, and she uses the Dragonblood war charms to shape a bunch of parapets and make a bunch of salt lines behind her to protect the immortal monks as they hold down watch. Very well. All right. Ramparts of obedient earth.
And I present her with a scribbled version of this.
She stares at it with a mixture of disgust and horror. How? He should be... Where did you... How?
Long story. Well, it all started when they attempted to... How much should I reveal about what I am and what they have done?
Well, if you just say it's a long story, she'll respond with, let me guess, he tried to use the demon magics on you in some way?
They did that a lot, yes.
Well, the fact that you're lucid and still resembling a human form is impressive, then.
Yes.
Last I heard, he was slain as a sacrificial ploy by Malik, in which case, good fucking riddance, but...
Somehow he was... And unfortunately, somehow he returned, is the problem. And,
what disappointed me most is that he claimed to have found redemption and converted to the pure way, but no, apparently all those reports were saying that he had been using some sort of magics to fake the dragon's scrutinous eyes, and continued to be on the same bullshit he was when he was possessed by the demons of Malpheus. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
And she just gestures and happens to make eye contact with Gavel as this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't even know. It's
Gavel making this face.
It's real rough.
Yep.
It's real rough. But yeah, essentially, and how I'm going to try to word this so that she doesn't know that I'm a solar yet.
Right.
In our last encounter, I was inflicted with a powerful I was actually inflicted with a powerful hex. That would only release me from my grip were I to take your life. However, I have been a friend of mine has been afflicted by this kind of magic before, and we were able to sidestep it by using it. We were able to sidestep it by faking their death. And if you were to be willing to turn the tables on this raucous young man, young them?
Man, right.
I would be more than happy to provide you with that same method.
is he still alive?
Yes.
Gonna have her roll fivefold resonance stance, I believe it is called, to try and all-encompassing earth sense. Yeah, the target is hidden flawlessly, so a roll off with essence is going to be taking place here. She is going to be spending an excellency versus a roll of whoever this is. Who could it be?
Who can it be now? Can I attempt to aid them?
Yes.
I'm gonna roll awareness with my definitely not solar magic, son.
Yeah, what are you talking about? This is the power of a borrowed volcano god.
Remember
Yes.
when we helped that volcano god in like session 10?
1.
I thought it was also in 10
1.
as well.
Maybe. He did pop up a couple of times. That didn't help her, unfortunately, but let's see if she beats the other roll before as it's being typed up.
Curses! Nope. Unfortunate.
Wait, the Dragonblood gains double 8s on that roll.
Ooh, wait,
that
then
change?
maybe not unfortunate.
4,
Or actually,
5
wait, no.
Wait.
Well,
1,
no,
2,
yes,
3, 4, 5,
it's
6.
ties. It's tied.
Defenders win
They're
ties, and unfortunately, she's not defending.
No!
Multiple aid actions can stack, I think, though, so Gavel or one of the troops can assist then.
Yeah, Gavel will
And
help.
she's
out with
pretty
this.
far. And she's pretty far from dice cap. So we only need one more success before she can figure shit out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What should I do to aid out?
You can actually make it succeed for free if you spend your Unwoven Coadjutor.
Ooh, yes.
Aha! Everyone loves Unwoven Coadjutor.
Yes.
Coadjutator.
Gavel,
Very useful.
as this is happening, so a bunch of sand just slips out of you, like a few pellets of sand slip out of your clothing. That's the silver sand of Ceciline, the desert and bound and killed Yozi surrounding Malpheus. You have a flashback to a couple of different new tricks Infernals used over the course of the All thing, including a trick of turning into sand to be carried vast places.
Huh.
It is within the realms of possibility that Gnosis has been with you the whole time,
Oh.
hiding in your shoe.
Huh. Okay then.
Dickhead!
And now the camera zooms back into when that sand blew out of Gavel's shoe as Gnosis reconstitutes himself inside the castle.
Do we see him do this?
No. But I do think this is when the camera cuts back to the monk with... She's using the platform that so she perks up. Oh, fuck me. And she stops. I have to go rejoin my men. I can't join you any closer because he's in there.
Yep.
I don't know how. Somehow he got here.
Yeah.
She's starting to hyperventilate a little.
Yeah.
That is when Gavel will go. The sands.
What about sand?
In our boots. This whole time he's been traveling with us.
Thank you, Chills.
Thank you. I'm glad I didn't miss
God
it.
damn it!
If they didn't do it, I'd do it.
Wait, no.
Fair enough.
He did have infernal hell bolts, according to some reports. If I go off on my own, he's as likely to snipe me off from here. It may be safer to remain together so I can protect you, as fearsome as I do find having to strike down my own son. Yes, no, Sonia says, you don't understand, I can protect them. I am aware that you are likely to be able to protect some of them, yes, but against an infernal, we need as much help as we can. I heard what they did to Madara. They sacked the whole city. Arkham mentality, that's not what happened. You staged a you staged a revolution in there and let the actual indigenous people regain control from their Prasadi occupation.
Aura will, out of sight, tug her collar.
She does the fucking woolly expression. No, not the one where he's doing his teeth. This one. Alright. Yeah, Somnia is giving Gavel a second. It's like, well, I tried to get rid of her. It's probably at this point, Lythander hears the voices of his friends as you guys are walking and talking inside the castle, and Gnosis is name dropped.
Who's Gnosis again?
The fuckboy.
See the drawing on the thing?
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah,
the guy who was full of...
He tried to get you...
He was the guy who was full of demons, yeah?
Oh, the green head man.
Yeah, he was full of demons. Yeah.
Blackish green.
Lythander's alter ego.
Not quite.
Yeah, I know.
Not really.
Hobo... No, really?
No, not really.
Yeah. He does have, like... He does have, like, shocker armor.
Yeah, well, he did chase you to the ends of the earth.
It's true.
Although it wasn't chasing if he was following you the whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, I accidentally kicked a shelf.
Yeah, it happens.
He's got hobo vibes.
Yeah, that, Sky Soundering Shadow just kind of blink across, look between you, look at the monk, look between you, look at the monk. So how do we want... And she just closes the door before they can notice.
Thank you, Sky.
As you continue deeper into the building, then, I'm imagining you're going to go up the stairs. After seeing... Actually, you probably all do see the assorted child... Like, basic bitch easy-ass traps everywhere.
Right.
And previously, only... Yeah, I actually do think some of the troops go up and just kind of marvel. It's like, this seems way too fucking simple. Like, is the trick that it's too simple? Like, I could solve this, and I'm just a guy. Like, one of the guys says, as he psychically moves the puzzle pieces with his demon powers.
If it looks like it's too easy, it probably is.
Yeah, at this point, all of the assorted guards that would normally be on this floor let's to check on what the fuck happened with the sky beam, which we see in the distance is a fucking spider out of commission.
I can't believe
Emerald
you guys
is-
killed Spider.
He's not dead.
Well, no, sorry. So, hey guys, where's Spider? I thought he was with you this time.
I'm assuming you actually leave the room to ask this question?
Yeah.
Alright, Sky just kind of pushes you out the door and jumps behind you. It's like, we'll talk later.
Good luck.
She actually, the monk looks at you, it's like, oh, you must be another one of the exorcists. Sorry, what was that? I didn't catch a glimpse of who it was. I saw someone get blasted through through a laser. I presumed that was the god helping with some of your troops.
Yes.
Glad to see that someone had been able to sneak in already then. My apologies, I should introduce myself. I am, Bawaro Layla.
Pleasure to meet you, Borlo Layla. Now, what is
Set that up for spelling.
So, what are we doing here?
We are having your very helpful god, who I will have recommended for extra time in the prayer calendar for your service. Somebody just kind of blinks a couple of times at that. Ambush the Anathema when he isn't looking. Unfortunately, there are now multiple Anathema to deal with. One of them is my shithead son I thought was dead.
Isn't that always great? I mean, I had to deal with my daughter who I thought was dead. And she's the one who outlived... Go on.
Gonna have her make a roll to see if she could connect these dots. Lythander? Performance or presence check to see if you can avoid having that slip out. Or... Alright, yeah, you managed to catch yourself before saying that then. You probably cut yourself off at the mention of the daughter.
Yeah.
She just... You may think it's bad for mortal family trouble. Imagine it when your child is filled not with the power of the dragons, but with the unclean fires of hell. And then goes through this big song and dance of claiming he'd found redemption and was going to help the perfected hierarchy and protect people, only for that to be a ruse and for him to have an entire wild hunt try and slaughter itself like lambs against wolves.
Lythander
And then
is
he's
holding
still
his
not dead!
Lythander is holding his tongue.
Lythander's also making that trying not to laugh face.
It's that post where it's like when the teacher is having a crash out in class, and you look at that one kid, and then the kid makes like a face that reminds me of a dog. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's just Lythander looking at Aura and Gavel, and they're both making that face.
I think everyone but Layla's making that face at this point. Like, we were 5 seconds away from the JoJo episode of The Sun, where everyone is fucking laughing in the hole.
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, Alright, yeah, you actually do hear additional work and clamoring upstairs as you are heading, deeper into the manse. As you hear a very distinctive clang that is more akin to an industrial press, rather than any kind of hammerwork that you're familiar with. This is someone working a foundry or some kind of spell or craft that you were not aware of still existed in the Age of Sorrows. Like, beyond whatever Sky was working on her end. But beyond just that, you do see a few grains of silver sand on the wind further up the stairs too. But beyond just that, you find the fucking Resident Evil laser corridor.
Oh boy.
As there are projectors of red jade built into the walls, blasting gouts of pure firelight. Just everywhere at random intervals. The monk turns to look at the god. Is that something you want to handle, or should I? Why don't you? And as she is using ramparts of obedient earth again to try and reshape the Citadel, she leads in to Gavel. How do we get her off our grid? Do we just kill her? I think we could just kill her. Or I could knock her unconscious and dump her out the door, and we'll be long gone when we wake. If you want to use her as a pawn later.
Having as many resources as possible would be good. If we can turn her to our side by knocking her out, then sure, go right ahead.
And she actually does start to conjure the magical fruit that pause. Now, on the other hand, she is fooled, but I'm not sure how long that will continue. Will continue to keep the ruse up.
As long as it works for what we've come here to do.
All right, she stops for now, and I'll go ahead and have Layla roll with an excellency for a feat of demolition, and Triumph Forge God Bardi to lower the difficulty. Because those are made of jade, that succeeds, as she actually just shoves her hand into each one of the laser grids, and because of Dragonblood and prowess, she actually fucking tanks it. By the time it's dismantled, she is literally red hot, glowing with energy, and actually has suffered a couple of health levels of damage because she's not fire aspect, so she did suffer some heat and injuries, but she did actually manage to shove in and manually dismantle the traps. It just has fucking a person's weight worth of jade left in her hands.
Wow.
That unfortunately burned through all of my personal essence to do, and I should note, everyone lose another mote.
Alrighty.
From terms of being in this building, and unfortunately because of using all of that, combined with other commitments in the background, she is now officially Layla is officially moat tapped. And she has nothing.
Okay.
Use that information how you will. I believe you're all mortal, so unless the god has some means of providing additional essence, I actually may be able to be of service. Now hold on a minute. I will be able to... I'm gonna have her roll her pool with double nines. And she puts Layla into a trance.
What?
Okay, good. Okay, now we can talk freely. Gavel, what do we do?
Oh boy. First, we need to assess our options.
I should note, her anima is iconic at this time.
Oh, goodness sakes.
So in the background, her power is completely fully flaring. There is a fucking spectral image of a giant, there's this, I actually don't know what her iconic anima banner is, but there are a massive fireworks display of an ibex head going off in the background. Yeah, that sounds good. As this whole conversation is going in the background, as she is just staring, eyes rolled into the back of her head, fallen to her knees, in the full mentat trance, as this conversation is, what do we do with this dragon blood we completely bamboozled going on?
Is there any way we could try to make her an agent for us?
Yes, I'll be able to implant post-hypnotic suggestions in her, I think.
Then give it your best shot. Again, this is This is going to be one of our big fights before we put an end to all of this. So we're going to need as many resources and fighters as possible.
Yes, but the concern is how many suggestions. I think at the moment I only can do the one before she wakes back up. My concept is it may be better to implant sympathy towards her cause so that she'll be more amenable to helping you again in the future.
That could certainly work as well, yes.
Out of character, she's suggesting instead of doing a persuade action that you implant an intimacy into her.
Right.
Alright, so perhaps maybe a general... This actually is going to be bypassing her resolve entirely because she's completely unconscious and was tricked into just accepting the extra moat generation. She is only going to be able to instill a minor intimacy of, is this towards the Ashen Ones? Is this towards Gavel?
I'll say it's towards the Ashen Ones.
Alright, I will say this is going to be a positive intimacy. It's still, you're not going to be able to control the exact context in which this is framed.
Okay.
This is, however, magically enforced and can't be weakened for the rest of the story.
Alright.
So this will be a lever you'll be able to pull on Layla throughout. Despite her not understanding why she feels this way, she will give you the benefit of the doubt. And in doing so, she dumps, let's say, 5 motes into Layla. She wakes back up. I believe whatever your god did, I think I have some extra juice. Hang on, I'm going to have her roll to see if she realized she was talking to a fucking demon and not a god.
Oh boy.
I am going to go have Somnia do a counter roll to see if her Groucho Marx glasses hold up. Holy shit, they do. Whew. Poor fucking Layla.
Thank God she's been rolling low the entire night.
Yeah, she's rolling Lythander bad.
Welcome to the time paradox.
She just kind of rustles her head. I had some very strange dreams, but that's something for later. For now, let us continue.
All right.
See, the problem is that the next trap in this castle appears to be an infinite staircase. There does not appear to be an answer here.
Oh my God.
Apparent to... You crawl up must be, 10 flights of stairs before your troops have to stop for a break. You know, marching in full armor and war gear, you can't march up a stairwell like that easily. Right. And you may, in fact, have heard Snake Eater play in the background. Hard to say. Yeah. Actually, Emerald's in a wheelchair, and this place is not wheelchair accessible, and it does have a hover function, but it's very slow going, so at some point she sends an infallible messenger for the bottom of the stairs. I am going to split off and find my own way through. I will keep you posted as to what I find. I can't take these goddamn stairs.
Well, who knows? Maybe she'll have better luck than we do.
Perhaps she will. And the camera cuts on her wheeling to, what happens to be Sky's room. I'm sure nothing bad will come of this.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but once that's taken care of, she will commit another mote for all-encompassing Earth sense, or Layla will, that is. And she will automatically perceive the hidden danger then, because they are technically on the same surface. Hey, hold on a minute. This staircase will keep going on forever. There actually is a trick in order to get beyond it. Hold on. And she starts walking down the stairs, and she vanishes.
Oh.
The first of your troops to follow her short steps also shortly vanishes, and as it goes on, the camera does cut to them reappearing on the second floor on a stage.
Huh.
Presumably, this is really the only means of getting further in this whack-ass death castle. So you all presumably follow and reappear on the stage, and there is what appears to be a large amount of specters in the stands. Big ghost hours watching right now. It is unclear if this is also a trap in and of itself, or if this is part of the whack-ass Resident Evil castle you need to solve every time you go up the floor to take a piss.
Okay.
Like, this is less, death trap at this point, and more just magically impenetrable. Like, how the fuck do you get anywhere in this place?
Well, let's see. If we're trying... Well, these structures are typically built to be as confusing to navigate as possible, so I guess I could try to give it a shot with it.
Alright, yeah, go ahead
I do tend to have a pretty good sense of direction for things like this.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a Fortitude Navigate.
Fortitude Navigate, got it. Hey, oh my god, yeah, that'll do it.
So this is actually a procedurally generated castle. Beyond the first floor, it will in fact generate an infinite number of bullshit traps like the bottomless staircase and the laser grid. The trick is actually going to be finding the loophole into the real standard ass castle built underneath all of these, all of this like phantom reality shit.
Oh, jeez.
The main reason this has been such bullshit nonsense is beyond all of this, beyond the first floor, there is an actual real functional castle that you just haven't been to. This is a fake castle strapped on top of a real castle strapped inside the underworld that sprung up 5 days ago.
Oh my god. Guys, this castle is actually just a lid built around the real castle that's underneath.
My.
That's why all the traps are just distractions. This isn't real. This is a giant distraction.
I mean, I could have told you that.
I actually don't know if Lythander was aware of that bit, actually.
Well, no, you told me that it was all a distraction.
I told you that the puzzles were a distraction. I didn't tell you that the entire layer of the castle was also a distraction.
Oh, yeah, no, that is right. You didn't say that that this was all...
Speaking of, Lythander, did we, chat after the thing?
No, we do not talk at all. You guys don't talk to me for some reason.
Okay, but, what happened? What did you find out about,
I found, Sky Sundering Shadow.
Right. And what'd she say?
Nothing much, really.
She did actually give you actual info on who all of Fallen Star's co-conspirators are, and that she is working with both the Heart Eater and Stinger at this point.
Right. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I'm convinced.
I'm scared, honestly. I'm more scared than convinced.
Don't worry, we're all scared.
Are we all scared?
It's a good thing Emerald wasn't here because she would have absolutely spilled the beans on what Spider was trying to do.
Oh, goodness.
By the way, where's my son?
One of the mushroom children tugs at your legs. Papa!
Oh, hello there, young man. How are you today? Who's my precious bean? How did you get out of the gall? So, what are you how's everybody doing here, I guess?
Doing good. I think we're about to get through the major of the traps here. We got to figure out how to move this fake castle off the way so we can get into the real castle now.
Insert the Patrick Star gif. What if we picked up the fake castle and moved it off of the real one?
Alrighty, so what's the plan?
I'm going to give Layla one final roll to see if she picked up on...
Oh boy.
Lythander, stealth or performance, your check. Oh my god!
Are you kidding me?
2 successes, 12 dice, 3 ones. You still beat her!
This is perfect.
I have more ones.
She has no idea that we are who we are.
I don't even know who she is.
Man.
This is some fucking Count Olaf disguise work here.
Lythander, you get Layla's shape without realizing why.
Correct, you do!
Who are you? Okay.
Oh, I was the last survivor of the Exorcist's crack team that was sent to purge this place, but there were more Anathema here than we thought. There was an actual capital A Abyssal.
I see.
And my shithead son is here somehow, too.
I see. I guess now I remember that. So, what are we doing about your son again?
You're going to leave him to me so I can finish it with my own hands. I brought him into this world. I should be the one to take him out.
So you can take him is what you're saying.
That's my son. What the fuck's wrong with you?
No, in a fight. You can take him in a fight. You're saying that you're stronger than your son. Right?
Well, yes, martially. Once you get up close to him, he goes down like a sack of bricks.
I see. So how heavy of a sack of bricks are we talking?
Are we talking in cubits or in realm measurements?
Realm measurements.
Maybe 5 pounds. Wet.
So what you're saying is that we could tap him and he'll faint.
Well, there is hellish endurance involved, but suffused with immaculate dragon fighting styles. Yes. Hey, Aura, you didn't kill him on the spot. Or you didn't kill her on the spot. I think that would be constituted by Gnosis as breaking the oath.
All right.
Unfortunately, I'd actually hang on. The terms were that he didn't say when, did he?
No.
That's his fucking bad on that end, though. Never mind. That particular gotcha seems to have failed.
False alarm. Excuse me. I was cutting my nails, which is the sound you've been hearing just now. I thought I ate one, but no, it wasn't. I thought one accidentally flew into my mouth. But no, it was actually fine.
Definitely gonna have to
and then
cut
I
that.
smile and I give her a thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Alright, moving on from that, I am going to go ahead and have, Somnia will actually make this next roll for Dispelling the Illusion. She's a dream demon. This is kind of her bread and butter. Gonna have her roll with double 9s. And this kind of effect will be added to her dreams library going forward. Of making an entire fake location to layer on top of the real one. That's a success!
Hey.
As she drifts to the ground, lays both her hands on the floor, and the entire space... Sorry, still surgical recovering. There we go. Now it's clear. The entire space around you begins to ripple, shimmer, and dissolve as all of a sudden you are in front of one ginormous, the biggest fucking room you've ever seen. Like, we are talking about a space that at first you think you're outside until you see the ceiling.
Huh.
This appears to be just... Like, it's about the size of, like, a standard apartment from the floor to the ceiling, but in terms of width, it stretches on for what seems to be forever. Equally concerning is the one giant bone that seems equally as wide in front of you, etched with runes in Old Realm. And for those of you who can speak Old Realm, appears to be a fragment of text that reads, something like this. It's a fragment of text, but it reads as much as this.
Huh.
There is a fragment where it does seem to terminate, not too far from where you are, but it is clearly because someone snapped off a chunk of bigger material. For the audience, that says, cannot be killed in the underworld nor creation. Then with a dash after that.
Alright.
Lythander,
Is this a quiz?
Lythander, you want to make a sagacity roll to find out what you're looking at?
Do I is the question. Yes.
It's difficulty 3,
Yes,
so...
But wait, that could be the trap of this place still.
That actually might be the trap of this place. Do not read that out loud under any circumstances.
I'm not going to read it out loud. I'm going to try to read it, I should say.
Okay, well, you do realize what you're looking at is... There is a solid bet that this sentence is part of the secret clause. You realize quickly that this citadel was actually built by Final Glimmer. It was transported here later by someone else. Presumably, Shrike has some means of moving the entire manse, but she was the one who initially built it, and she put some of her contract with the Neverborn here. Deathlords are ghosts. They're absurdly powerful. They are arguably some of the strongest threats on the floor of creation right now, but they're still just ghosts. They're dead exalts. In order to regain anything near the power they had in life, and eclipsing it in a lot of senses, they had to make contracts with the Neverborn. Part of that includes their absolutely crazy immortality. All immortality has a catch. This is part of the sentence of the catch in that contract. There is more to it than that, but the phrase cannot be killed in the underworld nor creation. If killed in some other place, it might stick.
Gotcha.
But there is more to the sentence. The other half of that track being, if you read that out loud, you die.
Gotcha. I'm going to not read it out loud because I have intelligence.
Let's see if Layla can figure not to read that out loud.
Lythander is
no.
going to say, do not read what is written.
Thankfully, she succeeded at that too. You see her enunciate the first syllable and then just abruptly stop.
Actually, wait, do I want her to live? What?
Gavel, do you also want to succeed at that roll? Do you everyone make a sagacity fortitude roll?
Oh,
Difficulty
goodness.
3.
Alright. Hold on. Sagacity what?
Sagacity fortitude.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. Well then, 8 successes for Gavel.
You also pick up on that information. This is part of the silver bullet, but oh no, Aura's opening her mouth.
Gavel immediately closes a hand over Aura's mouth. Do not!
Relent, foul demon!
Okay. Everyone see it. I'm sorry.
The twist here is, Aura doesn't speak Old Realm. She doesn't understand what that says.
You can start. Don't actually know what it says. You can start putting. You can remove your hand from my mouth now.
Gavel does as such.
Lythander puts his fingers
Good.
in Aura's nose.
Ew!
Ah! Why did you do that? Take your finger off my nose!
I'm digging for gold.
Lythander gained Aura's shape.
But
Why?
I don't want this.
Emerald's not with you right now, actually, that's irrelevant, but looking at the massive fucking bone etching, further recollections, this is another Neverborn chunk.
Oh.
Final Star carved this
Lovely.
into the bones of a dead ancient as part of her pact to gain power.
Goodness.
Lovely.
And because this appears to be actually indestructible, because, you know, you write a little bit of piece of paper on the only way you could be permanently defeated. Ideally, you could get rid of that if you could. If you can't fully get rid of that, you split it into a bunch of different pieces. That's just standard magical invulnerability OPSEC, right?
I guess.
You understand the reason that she has the rest of these pieces at other places in her, I'm not sure if it's clear how many other pieces there are, just, it's apparent there's more.
Okay.
Alright, so, beyond just that, there is learning where to go in the forever apartment with chunks of the dead Titan in it. Once again, Gavel, the demons attached to your demon twitch are going crazy. This is a chunk of one of their dead relatives.
Oh boy.
Like, you are effectively... the demon twitch mods have to step in because they're saying a bunch of forbidden text in chat.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to be switched to emote only in your psyche.
Can't be doing any backseat crash outs.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely happening. Physical, concrete evidence of one of your dead kin right in front of you, mutilated. I don't think... No, she doesn't get another roll. She's fucked up too much until someone abruptly points it out to Layla. She has just been fucking Mr. Magooing this whole time.
For real.
As to where to go next from here, there actually is a hatch in the ceiling if you climb up the Neverborn bones, which... But there is also a trapdoor on the floor beyond that. Which one you choose to go through is up to you.
Alright, lads. Which way?
Up or down, your call.
Bless
Bless you.
you.
We're going.
Can I roll navigate to determine the better way?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see Let's see which way is the right way.
Down.
6.
Down is always the answer in regards to underworld construction. Up, in this case, is a very bad idea. Not because of up being inherently dangerous in the underworld, but because that would involve climbing on the Neverborn skeleton. Also an incredibly bad idea. Do not touch it.
The answer is down, and it's always down.
And down is
If
where
the answer,
we'll go.
if there's ever the question of whether to go up or down, it's always down.
Thank you for the sex advice.
Hey, yo.
In any case, at
Sorry,
this point,
let me
in
rephrase
down...
that. Let me rephrase that. Hey, yo? What are you talking about?
It is at this point when you hear a bunch of different things all at once through that trap door. You hear Shrike's voice. It's a bit too inaudible to make out exactly what he's hearing without supernatural acuity, but you also start to feel pressure as you open the trap door, like something is pulling at you with an invisible hand. That diegetic silence is in character.
Indeed.
Remember what happened the last... Actually, I don't know if... That might actually... Not sure if you guys would realize that right away. But in any case, continuing on downward, the pull is getting more and more intense. You are starting to be actively be dragged along. It's not grabbing you by the clothes, it's grabbing you by your very souls itself. You are able to resist it with active pressure, and if your troops weren't supernaturally enhanced, they would actively be being yanked off their feet, but they're able to, like, grab various bits of upholstery and furniture as you step into the actual real castle.
Ah.
This actual real castle is shaped like an actual real castle. It is not shaped like the child's drawing. That was part of the hint that it was all a ruse the whole time.
Can you believe he roosted my Jumus?
It has the same basic layout as the main castle's first floor, but drawn by an actual competent architect.
All right.
And you know, apparent in the very foyer is what appears to be a small diorama of El Dorado. Very much in the city planner modelscape way.
Huh.
And laid out on each end of it is a small layer of pins indicating that hey, I have more good news and bad news. You found the site where Fallen Star is planning her giant evil plan. It's inside El Dorado. That's the bad news.
Oh, great.
Uh-oh.
It is now almost certain that she is at least one of the forgers on those initial documents, if she needs it for her big plan.
Indeed. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Layla just kind of looks at
really
what
bad.
is that? Is that a city?
That's
The cursed first age city?
yes. The very same.
If she has some designs on it, then hold on a moment. And she spends a moment to use wind-carried words to call more immediate reinforcements.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
If it's that bad. And she pauses to get a response. Well, that was less aggravated than I expected she'd be. I just phoned the Rani Satrap. She said she's coming in person.
Aura will smile. A big, huge, pain smile. It's just like, that's great! That's awesome!
Trunk screaming goes here.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm so glad. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
Meanwhile, I'm guessing the camera comes to Gavel, who might actually be gone, because this means I could kill her.
Gavel's just kind of in a mixed state of, okay, how many exits are there in case things get bad, and okay, how many ambush locations are there so that way I can get the first punch in.
Yeah, detective vision is going off, I'm sure.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we cut to Lythander. Buck Bumble music.
Buggity buck bumble.
What about now? It's time to run with the Mickey Buck Bumble.
Yeah, yes. How can I, bumble a source?
Fuck's sake. Game the GM shape!
What was that?
Nothing in any case.
But give the a game shape?
Thank you.
My words are slurring together. I don't know why.
Given our schedules, that's not a big surprise. Don't worry, you'll be able to rejoin your Digimon again soon.
What's it?
Fun fact: how long has Time Stranger been out, and what's your playtime at right now?
So Time Stranger's been out for 10 days, technically only 9, My playtime is at 49 hours.
Goodness sakes, man.
And I'm not
I've
even
shotgun games like that
done.
before too, so I get it.
And I'm not.
I think I was similar with Metaphor, but I'll try to get to the
I
final
did
dungeon on
not
that
finish
eventually.
Metaphor yet.
Wow.
Kick-ass game.
I
Yeah,
need
it
to
is.
finish it, but I am stuck at the super boss.
I might need to go to that fucking bowling alley that they announced the collab with.
Oh, goodness.
For some fucking reason, Metaphor ReFantazio is doing a collab with a bowling alley chain.
Huh.
Your guess is as good as mine. Why?
That's kinda
like
sick.
In Vegas, or
Across America.
what's the bowling chain?
I'm sure we can look up Metaphor bowling.
Metaphor bowling.
Editor's note: do not look up Metaphor bowling because you will find images of some characters getting hit on the rails, if you know what I mean.
Now back to our Exalted game.
Indeed.
Yes.
what
is it?
I think at this point, I am going to considering for a moment. Everyone roll stealth.
Oh, boy. All right.
Oh boy.
Lythander, you
now
could
we're-
use you could commit a mode to have you roll stealth for everyone with the with the group stealth effect.
Yes, I will do that.
Please do.
I forget. Is my stealth at 4 or 5 right now?
It's probably 5.
Why is my sagacity at 4? It should be at 5.
Wait. Oh, that's the GM. Oh, that's the. Oh no.
Wait, why are my stats lower? Rex?
I don't know. That might be an older version of your sheet.
Okay, it's one of those where this was a real question of, were you on my sheet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we could prove that in between sessions. In any case. In any way,
Yeah, so, okay.
beat 14 successes and you'll be
Oh,
fine.
wait, no, it's 15 dice, not 14. No. No, I do not.
Now, yeah, unfortunately,
20 successes is,
it's only 14 successes, but still. As all of you, every single each and one of you, are pulled off of your feet and yanked into the ceiling.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
It seems to go on for quite a while as you are pulled through floor after floor after floor until eventually you are dumped into a duplicate of the theater, albeit in different circumstances and much more real, and it's also very, very oversized. You are scaled to it like ants, and atop the edge of in the director's chair, at the edge of it, is Shrike. Above Shrike is his liege. Her body tinged with starlight, a living black hole, the final glimmer of fallen stars drifts behind him. Scrolling up into the notes again. One moment as I grab the charm description.
I would like to cast Deny the Witch.
Oh, what does that do?
It makes him just, go away.
I don't think that charm exists in Exalted. Shrike spends 4 motes on Capital Justice Manifestation Decree
Oh my goodness.
to roll embassy against Gavel's resolve to accuse them of high crime of trespassing and property destruction.
Okay, that's easy one. We did not destroy any property.
The spider hole?
That was not us, though.
Spider's considered part of the Ashen Ones by this point.
Actually, he is not. He would have never agreed to that.
it's not his concern that it's not him that power is concerned with. So he is spending an excellency at the same time. So, Shrike is blowing through 5 motes at once with this fucking charm.
Okay,
Goodness
but
sakes.
thankfully
This
it's
is
not
against
me.
Gavel's resolve. Alright. I am going to go ahead and just copy-paste this charm again, because he is, in fact, using the upgrade of Traitor Emperor's Corpse Parade. Scrolling into the Discord, posting that. Translation, if he kills Gavel with this becomes a TPK as a result.
What?
Okay, then.
Okay, so Gavel gets in the goal.
Okay, so how do you plead, Gavel, as you are brought into the theater, and he just puts, you're being charged with trespassing, breaking and entering, destruction of property, and disrespect to the Neverborn. Did you really think you could hide forever?
Yes.
How would Gavel respond exactly?
He did only get 6 successes, I should note.
Indeed.
Oh,
let's see.
yeah, there's what he looks like, by the way.
Yes, I didn't. I saw when Chills posted this. It looks awesome.
It was only the flats at the time, not any of the backgrounds.
Indeed.
He looks like a nerd.
I made flowers with bones.
Let's see. What do you?
Yeah, I
mean?
tried shading him a little bit so he looked a little more corpse-like.
Let's see. How would Gavel respond? Well, I don't need to get away from it forever, just until some real change can be brought into the world. Without you and without you and Glimmer messing everything up.
Glimmer speaks in her voice of crushed stars. Answer the question. How do you plead?
Innocent.
You fool.
Alright, you're gonna need to roll an appropriate dice pool to oppose that conviction.
Yep. Now, what do I need to roll?
I think in this case, are you triumphing just via the sheer force of your will? That would be either integrity or presence, plus fortitude.
Let us do presence.
You may have a presence excellency at this point.
Not for presence specifically.
Alright, well, at least it's a good dice pool, and 8 actions can be applicable if one of you guys want to Phoenix right your way through here.
Kind and full of grace. 5 successes.
I would like to aid action here.
Hold it! Go ahead.
Hold it!
Oh, by the way, at this point, all of you guys are in spectral chains and tied up to a fucking electric chair.
Wait, what? What am I
I'm going
doing
to
here?
attempt to.
I'm innocent.
I'm going to attempt to present counter evidence. I'm going to attempt to present counter evidence as to one of his claims, to challenge one of the claims, and particularly, I'm going to attempt to challenge that this pertains to breaking and entering, as by authority granted to an exalt, we are permitted to interfere with certain affairs if it would benefit the light. How do I put this?
The creation
If
rule
it
would
would
mandate,
benefit-
effectively.
Yeah, each of their ruling mandates. We have reason to believe that Shrike, the patron of this particular household, would be intending to summon, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rex, a demon,
A heck of
right?
a higher, yes.
a Hekatonkyre, which would cause irreparable damage to the surface above. This this ritual is what we have come to stop, and we come here with full authority, granted to us by Sol themselves. Thus, the constitution that this is breaking and entering is blatantly false.
All right.
And I'm going to roll embassy with an excellency and a stunt.
Yep, that's definitely worth a stunt. All right, Gavel, roll 3 more dice.
3 more.
Damn it, I only got 5 successes on 19 dice.
Please.
You do
2
it.
successes.
Yay, we pass.
I am imagining a lot of iconography of Cecily, the Yozi of law, start surrounding you as you make this argument, and effectively you just plead innocent, and a bunch of the spectral tablets of the old laws that govern the underworld are in fact rebuffed by the powers of the Yozi, the same architects of those old laws as the ultimate movers and shakers and people who made creation in general surpasses that authority. And the spectral chains and other architecture flicker. Layla turns to look at you. You're the Solar? You're supposed to be dead!
Well, I mean... Now you know. Well, now you know how I came to go into conflict against your son.
I can't help but notice that she's still alive, speaking of me, says another voice from the feeder boxes.
Oh, boy.
Hey, no, sis.
Thank you very much for the ride back to good old home. Though, to be honest, I sent more particles of myself elsewhere against underneath your nose. Layla! I already killed Dad. Fun fact. Layla is going to have to actively be restrained from join battle right now.
Give it a moment. In due time. We're standing trial right now. We don't want to add obstruction of justice to our record.
Technically, the trial isn't over, yes. The old laws still have yet to pass judgment, but even though you won the case, but...
Wait, we won already?
Well, in the standard pre-trial shit... Gavel? Also in the stands, you see what looks like, it's a demon for sure, but it's not just a first circle demon. This is actually someone who appears to be something of a unique individual, as a very short, 4-foot-tall, squat individual with a giant hammer bigger than she is. This is Aloe Vera.
Aloe Vera.
Or
Okay.
Aluveria. I forget. I don't remember exactly how to pronounce her name. This is another one of the really skilled hellsmiths. The Prince of Hell is the best, but she regularly also ranks highly among their patrons. Her potent demon ability is she can craft willing mortals into artifacts.
Wow.
Not made of any of the 6 magic materials, but of similar potency, and she spreads them throughout creation to do the will of the people they once were. She makes many one rings on Etsy.
Alrighty.
And she stands forth, "Great Sun Prince, you have to get up!" And that's when her eyes snap into the back of her head, and a glowing white auroral anima shines over her. The Heart Eater is made a pawn of a second circle demon.
Uh-oh.
And the eyes snap back and turns to speak with the same voice you heard coming from that god dog. Perhaps I was a little bit unclear. I said I only made pawns of spirits. Not just gods. Now these are the ones who are giving you trouble. Yes, but we have more taunting to go through before we all kill them. Hang on. Also shut up. You're not even the one with your blood and skin on the line. True. true. Though you know who's also not here in person is the big cheese herself, and she gestures at Fallen Star, who this whole time has been silently vibrating with rage because that's all she is. She's a massively powerful final boss spike ghost.
Mm-hmm.
She also couldn't be bothered to show up here in person. She's currently doing the same trick I am with her martial arts.
Why are you telling them that?
Because there's just as much of a chance that you aren't able to kill them here. And she looks at Lythander. As I've heard this one boast before in combat, they've yet to lose a fight.
No. I never said that.
Yes? Out of character you did, but not to a...
Not in character.
But it... I thought you did.
No. I don't remember.
Alright, well, in that case... I pretty distinctively remember that, but it wasn't
I might have
clear...
not, so I'll let you.
Yeah, she shouldn't... Either way, she shouldn't have been able to hear that.
Yeah.
In any case, remember that sentence. After all, she just gestures to Gavel. These ones have never lost a fight since they started.
Much to my own satisfaction, I suppose, yes.
The loom's craftsmanship had... And at this point, the old laws have kicked in and decided that Gavel is in fact cleared of all charges, so that particular spell work fizzles. But before anything else happens, Shrike does continue to pace. Let's see, that's myself, a fragment of my liege, a potent heart eater possessing a very powerful demon, and of course the infernal. I'm not objecting to you helping us, but I would ask why. Oh, because Aura wasn't fooled like he was supposed to do my work for her. This is just out of spite. Ah, that I can understand. Welcome aboard. And of course,
you are the pettiest man alive!
And you're a useful idiot who's not as much of an idiot as I'd hoped. And thus your utility has outlived its use.
Nice. Very, very nicely said, dumbass. Tried putting that... Your grammar's really hit the peak.
Hmm? That's part of why he wasn't able to bind you with the oath as well as he'd liked.
Idiot.
Don't call somebody an idiot.
Yeah, in any case, the loom has been under...
He deserves it.
Even so, that you shouldn't, because then that puts in their brain that they have any use whatsoever.
The loom's construction has been under existence for longer than any of us have been born. Even if we've made strides to fix it, you realize if you are able to stop us going forward, hell, if you're even able to make it out of this room alive, that has... out of character, you realize he's stalling because of the Eclipse Truce field.
Ah.
Hey.
Because you technically haven't committed violence, that was Emerald who broke in here. You
True.
just followed in the hole that she left.
We go in the hole.
Wonder hold up.
Yeah, so that's why he's doing the even villain monologue, because that's all he could do.
And the rainer in the snow.
Oh man, I love Pappy the Rappy.
Got the funky, funky flow.
We have a bit of limited time, so let's finish this scene while we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Shrike has his arms folded, and it's at this point his neck sags again. And he just snaps it back up. Oh, right, we also have Sky. Hey, Sky! Sky, you're not reneging on your oath to our Lord Liege, are you? Oh, Sky. Or should I call you... Actually, Fallen Star just lifts a hand. Oh, right. if we actually use the dirty little secrets, the Neverborn do get ever so upset. I'm afraid life naming isn't the thing I can do right now, but what I can do is remind you that I'm holding those you care about hostage. And Sky Sundering Shadow emerges from the floor.
Who's that?
I'm not going to kill them. Well, that would constitute breaking your oath. Let me clarify. I'm not going to kill them because you don't have the leverage you think you do. I don't actually care about those people.
She's right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, let me see if my thing is brushed up correctly. And then I pull out a big book and I say, here it is.
Before you say that, Gnosis says, I lift you from all obligations you have ever sworn to Aura. You remember he could do that?
Hmm.
I did not remember he could do that.
Yep, that's the...
you can do that?!
Yep, that's the iconic Oathbreaker effect of the Infernal cast he has. He can turn off oaths.
What the hell?!
It is at this point when the Fallen Star looks, do it.
No. Don't.
What the hell? What the hell, bro?
Don't do it because you are in control of your own destiny, are you not?
What the hell?
She gives you a glance that very much spells out, roll with it. Before she turns, my liege, I think they're also more useful alive than dead. No. Let me finish. If they actually do the job and wipe out Prasad from the map, that will make construction of the device much quicker, yes? They're an entire circle of celestial exiles, after all. And they have proven their efficacy in combat. If we kill them and just let the shards reincarnate, that will be wiping so many useful pieces off the board, right? She is going to roll Persuade on Final Glimmer of Fallen Stars.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Now, that actually is unacceptable influence against Fallen Star, but she will, Give me a moment to think of how to resolve this. I didn't think that would work. Because let me double check what it says about unacceptable influence in terms of how you can defend against that. Alright, influence actions. You're resisting influence. May reject it outright without granting bonus dice to the influencer even before the roll. May follow course of action put forward by unacceptable influence, but only because it makes sense. Yeah, so unfortunately, even as successful as that was, Fallen Star won't. Just will not be swayed by that argument at all.
Okay.
Specifically because Aura's in that group as the constructor of El Dorado. However, who might actually be swayed... You know who would be swayed by that argument, though? The Heart Eater.
Uh-oh.
The Heart Eater actually stands up. As much as I disagree with her whole humanitarian project, I do agree in this instance that she is making sense. Let me put it to you like this. I know, the whole you get 3 soldiers for every one of the living you slain thing, but the issue being is that I don't think we can kill them right now, even if we wanted to, for being useful for our plans. After all, you did just see who walked into the room right behind us, right? As the camera pans to reveal the Rani Satrap walking into the room. Very much she is entering with the exact same energy as the man walking in with pizza boxes on fire.
Yep.
She immediately activates Strength of Stone meditation to not panic at all the bullshit happening in their backyard.
Help.
She stares at all of you in turn, assorted cast marks blaring. She stares at Layla, who's all of a sudden finding the floor incredibly interesting. And she stares. The ruler of Prasad stares at Aura. You are currently the only reason they are not killing us all, correct?
Yes.
She turns to look at, sorry, recovery. She turns to look at Fallen Star. Don't. Give me a moment to think of what Fallen Star would do. Infernal. Your ability to lift packs. Does that include the Eclipse Grand Oath? Give me a moment to find out if that does.
Oh no.
Read the exact wording of the Penumbra cast. She may commit 2 motes to temporarily lift the burden of a sealed oath from a target. This person may defy their oath until the Penumbra withdraws the committed motes. It only affects 1 person at a time.
And it only affects the people who are targeted by an oath. Esteemed guest is not an oath.
Esteemed
It
guest.
is an act.
Yes.
It's an active anima passive effect.
You know what? I've actually got an answer. Heart Eater. Engage them now, and I will give you pawns beyond your wildest hopes. Fallen Star is going to attempt to persuade the Heart Eater to start fighting you guys and break the Eclipse Truce.
Oh no.
Well, boys, should we use our own Heart Eater to fight their Heart Eater?
Do any of you guys want to do a counter-dissuade action to, as yet unnamed, currently Maiden of Salvation is the only kind of handle you have on her.
Who's the Maiden of Salvation, sorry?
That's what you know the Heart Eater as. Her actual name hasn't been given. That's just been a title that you've found associated with her through Sky's records.
Do we even know? Ladies and gentlemen,
You could just say Heart Eater.
ladies and gentlemen, it's time for everyone's favorite game show.
Yeah!
Here we go.
I'm gonna roll Finesse Embassy for motive discerning technique. And then I'm going to spend a mote for each question. We're going to ask some questions now, and the GM has to answer them truthfully.
All right.
All right. What haven't I noticed about the character is a good question to start with. What do you guys think?
This is being directed towards the Heart Eater, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one.
What haven't you noticed about her? What you haven't noticed about her is that she might actually be convinced to go turncoat against Fallen Star if you could provide her pawns of better value.
Ooh.
That's exactly what I was going to ask next. What do I have here that someone wants? That someone here wants.
See, it's not a question of what you have, it's a question of what the Rani Satrap has. She wants beautiful eyes. She wants the head of the Prasadi Pantheon. She wants the fertility god of the Dreaming Sea.
I don't know if that's something I can promise them, but
It's what's written on the paper in response to that question, champ.
okay. I don't have it, but I'll see what I can do. What grudge is being hidden?
None. In regards to the Heart Eater.
In regards to... Okay, got it.
You could refund that mode, actually, because that's a non-answer.
In that case, I'll fund it toward... What do we think? How can I get the character? Oh, well, I mean, that's already answered. You already answered that question. In that case, then let's just leave it at 2 modes.
All right.
I think that's enough information. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure if I can provide you with that, but if there's anybody... Let's see. Do we have a capacity to provide... do we even have the capacity to put in a good word with the fertility god of the Dreaming Sea?
The Ronnie Trap starts coughing. Spit take out a drink she wasn't even drinking. What?
It's what it says on the paper. That's what they want.
She pauses, walks across the stage. First of all, I know that's a demon, but that's not a demon at the wheel. Who or what is that?
That's a heart eater. We dealt with one of those a couple of
Years ago?
months ago? Years? We dealt with one of those.
Yeah, almost a half year.
How should I describe it? They're like a singular... They're essentially like a singular consciousness that spreads around through, key phrases and ideology. They essentially exist mainly to spread their tendrils. But the thing is that they're not all, the same. They don't all want the same thing. The one we dealt with before was called the Economy. He was a dickhead. He wanted to stage mass riots and do all sorts of stuff. Anyway, we trapped him in an eternal prison and stole his bones at the time. But with this one...
I just posted a picture of Xehanort. That's a heart eater?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different.
He was their key
Either way,
inspiration. In, the
Either one,
Exalted Death Notes.
Anyway, I was doing some key reading on them, and I found out that they want the fertility god of the Dreaming Sea.
This is a fucked up question. Give me a moment to think of how Rohavin would react.
I mean, I agree. It is a fucked up question.
Yeah, there is an audible beat of at least 10 seconds as she's considering a response. As all the while, Fallen Star has just been vibrating in Spot. The unspoken question of, why are you all still alive?
I get that a lot.
And that's when Gnosis takes a step forward. Hey, Mom, you sure you don't want to come take a swipe at me? I killed Dad. He's going to try a persuade action on his mother to engage hostilities. Would anyone like to make your choice of athletics or physique check to hold Layla down?
Oh, goodness.
Athletics. Also, I forgot, I can roll, no, that involves, unless it involves, reacting with speed. I don't know if I can call, lightning speed again. Because
you know what?
Succeeded in the action.
We are running a bit on
stride.
a time crunch. I actually have an answer as to what the fuck happens next and who else kicks down the fucking door.
Oh my god. There's more people coming in?
Yup, there's fucking more people.
Also, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes.
Wow.
Thanks, lightning speed.
It is at this point when Hopkins in the back, the Hopkins barking intensifies as sidereal magic becomes to appear into the room.
Oh, come on.
I go into in the nick of time. Commit 2 months when you learn about a change in circumstance, like an impending Fairfolk's Raid or the Fall of Thorns. Regardless of the distance, you and your allies are able to arrive soon enough to matter. You might not arrive before an attack begins, but you will be there before it ends with a chance to turn the tides or minimize the damage. That's when Honest Sin enters through the same fucking... God, I was laughing too hard. That's when Honest Sin enters from the fucking roof. Like a Deus Ex Machina, like the actual device in theater being lowered by a crane. The strongest, the deadliest sidereal in existence, arguably the strongest woman to ever live, wheels herself down. All of you, shut up! I think only Lythander has physically interacted with her. Gavel through the Yozi screaming, "You know who this woman is."
Mm-hmm.
This is the Sidereal. This is fucking Conquest from Invincible for the Sidereals.
Oh, goodness.
My arrival has came, and so have I.
Wheels down. Stop. Stop. If any of you assholes do anything, I have authorization from the artillery of heaven itself to carpet bomb this area. Yes, it works into the underworld as well. There's just a small voice from Shrike. No, it doesn't. Quiet! Well, this is a fine clusterfuck, isn't it? I think
Tell
this
me
might
about
actually
it.
be a good place to end off the session, as we have like a fucking dozen exalts.
Yeah.
You know that one Pirates of the Caribbean segment where everyone is holding swords to each other?
Oh, at the pirate, basically, parliament.
Yes, that's what's happening right now.
Oh, goodness.
As I'm gonna need a week out of character to think of how the fuck this would resolve.
And everyone's
I
deaths.
might need to ask people things. That is a path, but it's a little boring.
The end of the campaign. We have failed. Oh no. Roll up new characters. We're doing this all over again.
Another 3 years.
Oh, goodness.
Patrons!
Our dear
We have patrons. Thank you, GB.
Thank you, GB and Storm, for supporting us at the 6-sided dice tier. As you're hearing this, I will be finished with my surgical recovery, so I'll be back up to updating the videos, and I may have time to stream in the near future now that I'll also be done writing my book. Or editing my book.
And I should have been streaming in the meantime, but I have no time, baby. Yeah.
We might be starting up some shoulder content in the future. I discussed the possibility of some one-shot online war games that would be run either through YouTube or Twitch, as well as JoJo will be returning at some point over the coming months as well. We'll find an exact time for that later. But we have shit coming, and as you can tell, FateBreakers is starting to wind down. We're not quite at the final arc, but oh god, things have escalated. The final boss and 15 other threats have shown up all at once. Yes, I knew all that was gonna happen, but the exact sequence of events kind of floored me with how I was narrating all of it. There's gonna be a fucking character select screen to choose from next time, let me tell you, for whatever happens. I'm not sure if a fight is completely inevitable, but who is on what side is who will have to determine. This may be the one circumstance where Gavel fights alongside a Sidereal.
Yeah, depending on how things go.
Alright, I am gonna go hit our stop button. Everyone have a great night. Next time, we'll find out how the fuck this clusterfuck ends. Woo! Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy crew are proud to bring you this and other AP content, like Tomb of the Red Giant, the first half of our complete JoJo's Bizarre Adventure AP, as well as Rune Runners, our Icon AP. We'll also have a Patreon by the time you hear this. If you like what you've heard so far, feel free to drop us a little bit of money if you can afford to do so, and we could bring you even more content in the future. APs live and die by word of mouth, so if you liked us, please drop us a follow, like, share, retweet, whatever you can think of to help us out. We are excited to bring you more bi-weekly content in 2 weeks from now for the next FateBreakers, and other episodes time permitting. See you then.